The forest was alive with secrets that had been buried for centuries. And then, at the stroke of midnight, the Alpha called. One call, one moment, one decision that would change everything. No one knew what awaited them. No one could have predicted the danger lurking just beyond the shadows. Something ancient, something powerful, something that had been waiting for this night. Quick flashes, silhouettes of pack members emerging from fog, glowing eyes watching, symbols carved into trees pulsing faintly in moonlight. The Alpha's call was more than a warning. It was a summons, a signal that the balance of their world was about to shatter. And when the first howl echoed through the forest, everything changed. What would you do if one call could rewrite destiny? If a single night could awaken secrets you were never meant to see? This is the story of the Alpha and the night that no one saw coming. The forest lay silent, a heavy mist curling around twisted branches like ghostly fingers. Midnight had come, and with it a single, unexpected call. The Alpha's voice cut through the darkness, not over a phone, but through the pack's mind, a resonance only they could hear. It was urgent, commanding, tinged with fear. Lila, a young pack member, awoke with a start, heart hammering. No one had ever received the Alpha's call this late, or with such urgency. Something was wrong, something ancient, something they couldn't yet see. The forest seemed to lean in listening. Shadows shifted. A sense of impending danger clawed at every nerve. Who, or what, had triggered the Alpha's call? And why now? By the time the pack assembled in the clearing, whispers had spread. Eyes darted nervously between members, suspicion thick in the air. No one knew what awaited them, only that the Alpha's tone had never been this serious. Ronan, the Alpha's second-in-command, scanned the crowd. Trust was fragile. Alliances formed and shattered in moments like these. Somewhere in the dark, someone, or something, watched. The Alpha's call had drawn more than the pack out of their dens. It had awakened something old, something hungry. Can loyalty survive when fear and uncertainty lurk in every shadow? The Alpha led them deeper into the forest, down a hidden trail known only to him. Twisted trees clawed at their faces, as if trying to warn them back. Every footstep echoed ominously, and the fog thickened, hiding both allies and enemies. Lila noticed strange symbols carved into the bark, glowing faintly under the moonlight. They pulsed like a heartbeat, alive with a magic she couldn't comprehend. The Alpha's expression darkened. He wasn't just leading them somewhere, he was leading them into a trap, or a revelation that would change everything. What secrets lay hidden in the forest? And who or what had left those markings? Suddenly, a pair of glowing eyes appeared between the trees. Then another, and another. The pack froze, muscles tense, hearts pounding. The Alpha's growl rolled low in his throat, a warning that was both protective and deadly. Something was stalking them, silent, patient, invisible to all but the keenest senses. Lila felt it in her bones. These weren't ordinary predators. They were watching, waiting, and the Alpha's call had awakened them. Who, or what, is lurking just beyond the shadows? Can the pack survive the unseen threat? The Alpha stopped at a clearing, moonlight slicing through the mist like a blade. He raised his hand, and the forest seemed to hold its breath. Then he spoke, words barely a whisper but echoing in everyone's mind. Tonight, everything changes. A distant howl answered him, low and mournful, and the pack understood. This was bigger than any battle they had fought before. Ancient forces had stirred. Secrets long buried were clawing their way back into the world. And the Alpha's call was only the beginning. What force has the Alpha awakened? And how will it change the fate of the pack forever? The pack crossed into territory marked by old legends, a place even the bravest had avoided for decades. The air was thicker here, heavy with the scent of decay and magic. Every shadow seemed to move, as if alive. The Alpha's jaw tightened. This was no ordinary patrol. Lila's breath caught when she glimpsed ruins half swallowed by the forest, ancient stones etched with symbols that pulsed like living veins. Something had been waiting here for them, and it was awakening. The Alpha's call had led them to the edge of a secret that could destroy or empower them. What ancient force is hiding in the shadows? And why has the Alpha risked everything to bring the pack here? A sudden rustle, a flash of movement. The pack spun, teeth bared and claws ready, but nothing was there. Or so they thought. The unseen enemy struck from the dark, faster than any eye could follow, leaving chaos in its wake. Ronan fell back, snarling, as the Alpha lunged forward, protecting a young member. Every strike was precise, brutal, almost supernatural. The pack realized with horror, this force wasn't hunting randomly, it was targeting them specifically. Their every instinct screamed. The Alpha's call had stirred something older, smarter, deadlier than anything they had faced. Who, or what, is hunting them? And why does it seem to anticipate their every move? They regrouped in a moonlit clearing, hearts hammering, soaked with mist. The Alpha's gaze swept the surroundings like a predator scanning prey. Then Lila noticed it, a hidden entrance beneath a collapsed tree, faint runes glowing along the bark. The Alpha knelt, tracing the symbols with his claw. "This isn't just a trap," he whispered. "It's a revelation." Secrets of the pack's origins, long erased from memory, were buried beneath this forest. And someone or something had been guarding them for centuries. What truths have been hidden for generations? And what will happen when the pack uncovers them? Not all threats came from outside. A quiet, chilling realization settled over the pack. One of their own was hiding a secret. A hand subtly hesitated, eyes darted away, whispers carried messages meant for the shadows. The Alpha senses honed in on the betrayal. Rage and disappointment flared, but he stayed calm, strategically silent. Tonight, every alliance would be tested. Trust would fracture, and the line between friend and enemy blurred into something lethal. Who has betrayed the pack? And how far are they willing to go to protect their secret? Or destroy them all? The Alpha led the pack into the heart of the forest, moving like a shadow among shadows. Every step was calculated, every breath measured. The unseen force they had provoked was now fully awake. The forest itself seemed to resist them, roots twisting, branches striking, as if the land were alive. Lila ran at the Alpha's side, heart racing, senses straining. The hunt was no longer just survival. It was a battle of wits, speed, and ferocity. Every howl, every rustle, every fleeting glimpse of movement carried the weight of life and death. And somewhere ahead, the force that had answered the midnight call waited, patient, hungry, and unstoppable. Who, or what, awaits them at the forest's heart? Can the Alpha and his pack survive the ultimate test of strength, trust, and instinct? The forest clearing ignited under the first rays of moonlight, as though the stars themselves had descended. The Alpha's eyes blazed with recognition. The ancient force they had disturbed was tied to the pack's bloodline. Secrets buried for centuries now demanded answers, and the cost of ignorance could be fatal. Lila's breath caught as inscriptions on the stones glowed bright red. Each rune revealed a fragment of the pack's history, betrayals, sacrifices, and powers long forgotten. The Alpha's voice rumbled like thunder. Everything we knew was a lie. What hidden legacy lurks in the Alpha's bloodline? And how far will the truth go to protect or destroy the pack? The Alpha stood at the edge of a jagged cliff, the wind howling around him like the wails of the forgotten. One call had brought them here, but the true test had just begun. Shadows danced in the mist below, forming shapes that defied logic. Suddenly, a howl echoed, not from a wolf, but from something older, something ancient. The Alpha made a choice that split the pack's fate. He would confront the force directly, risking everything for answers. Lila's heart pounded as she realized the call at midnight wasn't just a warning. It was a summons to destiny. Can the Alpha face an enemy older than the forest itself? And what sacrifices will the pack have to make tonight? The wind carried voices, soft, chilling, and familiar. Ancestors long gone whispered through the trees, warning, guiding, taunting. The pack felt their presence in every rustle, every flicker of light. Ronan's eyes widened as he discovered a hidden chamber beneath the forest floor. Ancient relics pulsed with energy, revealing allies and enemies the pack never knew existed. Every revelation was a piece of a puzzle that could either save them or doom them. Which voices are allies and which are traps? Will the pack uncover the truth before it's too late? The Alpha's final showdown came under the blood-red glow of the full moon. The unseen enemy emerged, a monstrous silhouette with eyes like molten gold and teeth glinting under moonlight. The forest itself trembled as claws met claw, growls shook the air, and the battle stretched the limits of endurance. Every member of the pack fought, but not all would survive. Betrayals erupted in flashes of fury, loyalties were tested, and Lila discovered a strength within herself that could tip the balance. The Alpha's call had led them here, to a confrontation that would echo through eternity. Who will survive the shadows? And what secrets will be revealed in the heat of battle? The first light of dawn broke over the forest, painting the mist with hues of gold and silver. The pack stood among the aftermath, some triumphant, some lost, all changed forever. The Alpha lowered his head, eyes scanning the horizon. The force they had faced was defeated, but it had left a mark on every soul present. Lila stepped forward, heart racing, realizing that Midnight's call had been more than a warning. It was a transformation. The forest was quieter now, but the echoes of what had happened would never fade. Everything had changed in one night. The Alpha's call had awakened more than an enemy. It had awakened the pack's destiny. And the next chapter of their lives would begin under a shadow that no one saw coming.